I am late as usual, so let's check out Hyo's deep dance practice. I've watched it actually multiple times and I love it, so here we go. The control that she has is insane. Like just it's a very slow movement, but it's very purposeful in every movement in her joints. And there's almost like a continuous flow from one body part to the other, and it's not very choppy, just very smooth, continuous, very much like how I guess you would think of how an insect would move, like a centipede or a spider, just the way that it just kind of flows through her body, and just her control is insane. Like even just as simple as like that sit and then kind of body roll in there, like it's so controlled. It's very subtle. It's almost like it looks very effortless. The way that she does it. Yeah, she has swags for sure. It's almost like very Vogue, oh, whacking with the hands over there, and even in this part too. And it's such a simple move, but it goes well with like the bass of the song, and it's very, it's a simple move that anybody can do, and it's a catchy, dance move. And just the way that she does that body roll, man, it's just like it's so effortless. And just the texture and dynamics she puts through the moves, it's so clear. Like from sharp to like smooth when she slides her foot in, or does the hip move, and then they do the isolation from one hand to the other. It's just so clear in her movements, the different dynamics and the textures. I just noticed this dance is actually a lot of arms. I guess it goes with the theme of the song. It's just a lot of arm movements and dance. And, if you're not very purposeful or careful of how you're moving your arms, it can be like a spaghetti arms. That's not the case with her. It's like all the energy is very much controlled. She knows how much to put in and where to go in terms of, the movements in the arm. Even that little part. Oh my gosh, it's like from one. Ooh, drop down on a squat. That was a deep squat. That's the mobility right there. Like there's so much resistance, like dynamically wise. Something simple as just sliding her feet in and it adds a little bit of the body kind of rolling in. Like it's not, there's like resistance and dynamic and texture and the way that she does that. I like the little hands right there. It's very creepy, but it's kind of, it kind of works with this song and the dance. And at some parts of the moves or the dance where the backup dancers, are either surrounding her or in some sort of formation, it seems like their movements are kind of affected by her, in a way. If you look at it in a whole. Hey! Oh my gosh, that dance break. How did like that little part after this here, it's like just like a bounce or something, but it's so hard to kind of do that while matching it up with the music. Even that part where you drop the hips, drop, drop, and then a big drop after that. It's like how it's hard to make it not look weird, you know? Like you need to have that swag and that energy in the way that you drop it, in the way that you angle your hips, in that part so that it doesn't look weird. It's almost like, well, actually, she kind of does like a hip or a chest pop slightly in that part too. But you definitely have to master the energy of, bringing some masculine energy or some swag into this. Even that little like body or what is that? That body roll pony thing, where there's like a resistance to the body roll and then picking up the foot. Even that little walk to the front, it's like you need to have that rhythm. Like, do you really, really need to match it up with the music and the way that it, has that rhythm to walk. So fascinating. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you definitely have that coordination and that rhythm to match it with the music for that part. Ooh, a little voguing? A little voguing in there? What? I mean, some of the chorus parts, gonna reminisce of some whacking, voguing parts in there, so it was pretty nice that they put that in here in the dance part, where everybody's kind of clumped together and you're walking forward. It just has more of that impact. So, really, it's really good. And plus, something as simple as just walking in place and then just switching the head, looking from the other, while there's bass and rhythm in the background in the music, just emphasizes it a lot. Walk, walk, yeah, yeah, yeah. And the way that she does that little step out to one side, and step out to one side, it's a little bit of a freestyle for her. She has that chance to kind of showcase her artistry, and she just kind of freestyles there, improvises there. So it's really good that they put in a section in the dance where she can just kind of freestyle and flow through it. Plus, imagine like it's like trying to make it look cool while you're doing that. Your hands just kind of go through. It's this very, I don't know, like a very creepy movement that you gotta master in terms of the arms and the energy for that. I think Hyo used to be a professional dancer, or still, I mean, she still is. But it just showcases a lot in her performances. Dang, Hugh, stop it. It's just, even though this dance looks simple, right? Like a little bit of repetition with the hips and the hands going like this and that, there's still a lot of subtleness in the movements where you have to know how to purposely put your energy through, adding some textures in there and not going crazy with certain things that they're not supposed to be in during those parts. So a lot of really subtle, differences in textures and dynamics in this move and this choreography. So I really like that. It's very, it looks very simple, but to be honest, it's execution wise not as easy. So props to Hyo. I mean, as usual, she does like performances and dance wise. She's really good. So, all right. Well, hope you like that, and let me know down below if there's any other songs or groups you want me to check out. And I'll see you next time. Bye.